Afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this first ever meeting in 2022 of Spearhead Toastmasters. Let's have a round of applause for everyone for making it thus far. On behalf of Spearhead Toastmasters, I wish everyone a very happy new year, and I hope that this year is full of joy, good health, and prosperity. You're now inside the code of conduct of a Toastmasters meeting, and as such, a few rules apply to you. I will read them out one by one. Before I do that, I would like to read out the club mission statement that is common across all clubs in Toastmasters. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Meeting rules are as follows. Audience, please be advised that any behavior that disturbs the flow of the meeting will result in removal from the meeting room without any warning. Please ensure that your noise-making devices are either switched off or on silent mode. If you're going to speak about religion, sex, or politics, I request that you do so in a responsible manner that does not offend the sensibilities of anybody in this room. As far as possible, please keep your videos on, your audio off, and applause flowing throughout. Role players to the Toastmaster of the meeting, general evaluator, and table topic master. I would ask you to please ensure a smart audio video check before you hand over to respective role players. If you are a role player in this meeting, I request you to please rename yourself as role player, hyphen your name, hyphen your club name. You may omit the club name if you are a member of Spearhead Toastmasters. Please acquaint yourself with the role of the timer. The timer will either use background change or screen sharing to indicate time using one of three cards. Green means that you've reached the minimum qualifying time. Yellow indicates it's a good time to start concluding, and red specifies that you've got 30 seconds or you will be disqualified. Individual session timings will be explained by respective role players in due course. We encourage you to use the Zoom emoticons. You find them conveniently placed at the bottom of your screens. For example, I just gave myself a thumbs up. You do this to encourage the role players. We sincerely request you not to send messages to the speaker on stage or while the speaker is on stage. In fact, refrain from chatting altogether and focus on the speaker. Reiterating once again, please stay on mute until specifically requested to unmute. Polls will be launched after each section and they will be closed after 30 seconds. If I was to ask you to remember these rules in a single sentence, I would say, be the kind of audience you want for yourself. I would now like to introduce the presiding officer, who I think can do with a smile, because I'm told she has a beautiful one. There it comes. Toastmaster Ragini Rajpal was our charter president, is our immediate past president, and is a immediate past area director. I like to call them iPads, immediate past area directors. Today, she is here as a presiding officer, also as a general evaluator. Now, if I start singing her praises, she tends to get offended. So I'm not going to do that. I'm simply going to tell you that right now, at the beginning of this year, you're possibly in the safest pair of hands as far as a meeting, as far as meeting energy and meeting discipline goes. So here's to more energy, more discipline, and more growth for 2022 as I hand you over to our presiding officer, the delightful Ragini Rajpal.
Thank you, Sachana Tams and distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh. And thank you all for coming and joining us here today for the 30th meeting of Spearhead Toastmasters Club. I am pleased to welcome you all to our Spearhead Toastmasters Club. A very happy New Year 2022 to all of you. Just before we get started, I would like to express my gratitude to all the role players who generously helped us to put the event come together smoothly, and also acknowledge the presence of our esteemed guests today who added icing on the cake. Please give a huge round of applause as I welcome and speak their names. Please welcome our Area Director Swati Ahuja. Our guest Abhijit Roy, who is also playing speech evaluator for us today. Other guests Mudit Java, Turanjay Kawatra, Richa Sharma, Sandeep Kumar. I'm so excited to see so many guests in our opening meeting today. Sumita Gurung, Sunil Kumar, Tajinder Singh Kalsi, and that is it. Thank you, everyone. So every time you make a choice in life, it is a new beginning of a new journey. The choice when you decided to opt science, commerce, or humanities in class 12, the choice when you decided onto the profession to pursue, the choice to accept or reject the first job offer, the choice you made to click or ignore the Zoom link for this Toastmasters meeting. Hence, every moment can be a fresh beginning for everyone. There is one little thing which you should remember about new beginnings that can help us manage at least a little of anxiety that we have. First, remember the feeling you are starting with nothing is simply a myth. You are starting with YOU, the very most important thing you could have, and which is all that you need to begin. With these new beginnings today, I am thrilled to introduce yet another strong working woman who is leading us as an area director and surpassing boundaries with her capabilities. She is the only woman area director for Division M this year, and we are always grateful for her contribution. Can't wait to have her on the spotlight. Please give a huge round of applause and welcome our area director, none other than Swati Ahuja.
Thank you so much. First of all, I'll start with the outgoing officers. So on the behalf of Toastmasters International and District 41, I thank you all for your accomplishments and salute you for your service. Now you're discharged from all your further duties and responsibilities as officers of Spearhead Toastmasters Club. Now, Techmaster, kindly spotlight the new officers whenever I call them. So let me share the names of the officers. Sergeant at Arms would be Ajay Kumar. Treasurer would be Ragini Rajpal. Secretary Pallavi. VP PR Nimit Mittal. VP Membership Rupinder Singh. VP Education Surbhi Mittal. And President Surjit. So I'm here to install the officers of Spearhead Toastmasters Club number 7901096 and to prepare them for the challenges that lie ahead. The collective challenge is to make this club strong and dedicated to helping people from all walks of life to listen with sensitivity, think creatively, and speak in an effective manner. As I briefly describe the responsibilities of each officer, I'll ask him or her to come on spotlight. And Techmaster, please help me through with that. So let's start with Sergeant at Arms Ajay Kumar.
Ajay has not joined.
He has not joined. Okay. So can anybody else do it for Ajay?
Yes, so I can if I'm allowed to.
Sure. Okay.
On behalf of Ajay.
Yeah. So Ragini Rajpal on behalf of Ajay Kumar. The duties of Sergeant at Arms are to reserve the meeting space with the proper authorities, make sure that all the supplies and materials are properly distributed or displayed at meetings. Well, I think we are going virtual again. So, let's see, greet guests and members and call the meeting to order at the scheduled time. So will you perform these duties to the best of your ability? Ragini on behalf of Ajay.
Yes, I will on behalf of Ajay.
Okay. All right. So next is you only, Ragini. The duties of treasurer are to collect dues from the members, send the dues and membership renewal reports to Toastmasters International, and pay the club's expenses. So will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you so much. Next, we have the secretary, Pallavi. I think Pallavi is here, right? Tech master, please. Yeah. Hi, Pallavi. So the duties of secretary are to keep an accurate record of the members, submit the officer list to Toastmasters International after the election, and keep the club charter, constitution, bylaws, and minutes. So will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you so much. Next we have is Nimit Mittal for VP PR. Hi, Nimit. The duties of VP PR are to promote the club to the local media, spread the word about the membership programs, and attend Toastmasters events. So will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Next, we have Rupinder Singh as the VP membership. As the VP membership, your duties are to conduct ongoing membership building programs, explain the educational program to prospective members, and ask them to join and follow on new members and absent members. So will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Madam Installation Officer, I confirm I will.
Thank you so much. Next, we have Surbhi Mittal as the VP Education. Do we have Surbhi?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Surbhi. So the duties of VP Education are to plan successful meetings to help members achieve their educational goals, orient new members to the Toastmaster program as soon as they join, and monitor members' progress. So will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you so much. Surjit. So having been elected as the president of Spearhead Toastmasters Club number 7901-096, you are its Chief Executive Officer and will be expected to preside at all the club meetings and at regular and special meetings of the Executive Committee. It's your challenge to see that this club enables its members to achieve their educational goals. It's also your challenge to see that the club helps the area, division, district, and Toastmaster International to meet their goals. So kindly confirm that you will use your power wisely, and you are a member of your team and a leader. A team is more than a collection of people. It's an emotional force rooted in the feelings, thoughts, and actions of all the members with the common goal of achievement, sharing, and mutual support. Work with your team members to create a healthy, dynamic club, a club of which everyone will be proud. Will you, as the president, accept this challenge and perform the duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, Madam Installation Officer, I will.
Thank you so much. So now it's my pleasure to declare these Toastmasters installed into the offices to which they have been elected. So kindly give a round of applause to all these members, and the growth and development of Toastmasters program and Spearhead Toastmaster depends largely on the action of this group. So on your honor as men and women of Toastmasters, will you pledge to individually and collectively, let's not stand, just be there and just live with it and work with it throughout the coming year. So I wish the club a very successful year, and I'll turn the control to the old president for now, Ragini Undi. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Area Director Swati Ahuja, for that wonderful installation and your kind words. Serving as your president in the past term has been an honor. On the behalf of Old EC, we have strived to ensure that each of our members is satisfied with their journey of Toastmasters and hope that they continue to be so. And we are very thankful and grateful for the opportunity and for your trust in us. Now, every EC role comes up with disparate responsibilities, but one common responsibility that you share is to work as a team for the people of your club. Having said that, one should not think twice to fill in the shoes of his co EC member in need. I wish all the new EC members very good luck and welcome the great learnings coming your way and utilize this opportunity. It's time to pass the baton to an extremely dignified and truly passionate Toastmaster who is also playing Toastmaster of the Day role today. My mind couldn't be more at peace than is now to see him holding the crown of the president. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the president of Spearhead Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Surjit Laknotra.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. And now, with my heart, I thank all the outgoing EC. They have worked very hard for this club. When this club was chartered, then there were a lot of challenges, and for one of the most challenge was to stabilize this club. But now this club is stable, and now it's our duty to take it further. Good afternoon, everybody, and first of all, I wish Happy New Year to everyone present in the meeting. Now, year 2021 has left us with many mixed memories. This is not applicable to me, but whole world. And sad thing was that COVID-19 exploded in 2020, came back this year also and took many lives and left many people without employment and suffering. Whole world saw many ups and downs this year. Now, there is a famous quote from the British rock band's Queen song, "The show must go on." Now, quote is, "Inside my heart is breaking, my makeup is flaking, but my smile still stays on." So nobody escaped from this bitter truth of this pandemic, not even the Toastmasters. The pandemic is the turning point for Toastmasters also, where all the club and the Toastmaster International moved from offline mode to virtual mode for all meetings. And this thing was challenging initially for most people, but leadership developed by the Toastmaster in the people made it possible. And this transition was challenging, but it opened the door for learning for almost all the Toastmasters. In virtual mode meetings, Toastmasters, every Toastmasters were able to attend, but before when online, offline mode, every table Toastmaster was not able to attend all the meeting, or they were able to attend few meeting in their nearby areas or nearby clubs. But now everybody can attend any meeting at any time at his or her comfort level. Also, it opened the door for learning. We have one new role in our Toastmaster meeting, that is Techmaster. Techmaster role is very crucial during this Zoom meeting, and Techmaster needed for every meeting and every contest. Now, before moving ahead in this journey, let me explain the theme of today's meeting. Today's meeting theme is a bit special, where new EC took charge. So it's the new beginning for new EC. So the theme of our meeting is the new beginnings. New beginning with lot of challenge, learning, and expectations. Now, before moving further, let me explain the structure of today's meeting. A Toastmaster meeting typically has 3 sections. First section is prepared speeches. Where we have prepared speeches already prepared by the speaker, and they deliver their speech in the meeting. We have only one speech today. Second section is the table topic section. Table topic section is where all the fun begins, and guests and Toastmasters who have not got a chance to speak are invited on stage to speak on a topic given instantly. Last but not the least, we have evaluation section where everyone gets a chance to improve. We have general evaluator who will evaluate the meeting as a whole. She is not alone. She has her tag team who will help her in this task. Now, this was the structure of the meeting. Now, talking about evaluation, I would like to introduce you with our general evaluator for today's meeting. General evaluator for today's meeting have a vast of experience as a Toastmaster. In her 2.5 years as a Toastmaster journey, she was immediate past director, immediate past president. And so today's general evaluator for today's meeting is Ragini Rajpal. Let's welcome Ragini on stage to introduce her team. Over to you, Ragini.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. So everybody, if you were in a movie, you would have it easy. Every time you fumble or make a mistake, the director would just say cut and make recommendations and give you another take immediately. Sadly, public speaking is a much dangerous job where you get just one take. As your general evaluator today, I am the director giving you the recommendations and also appreciating your good takes. I also have a tag team as mentioned by Toastmaster of the Day who will help me in my task. Without further ado, I would welcome my tag team, and Techmaster, please help me spotlight the role plays. To make our communication concise, we have the timer played by Toastmaster Pallavi. Can you please spotlight Toastmaster Pallavi as well? Toastmaster Pallavi will display cards as green, yellow, or red. Every prepared speech is subjected to a time limit of 5 to 7 minutes. You see a green card at 5, yellow at 6, and red at 7 minutes of time. There is a 30 seconds grace period on either side. Every table topic speech is subjected to a time limit of 1 to 2 minutes. You see the green card at 1, yellow at 1.5, red at 2 minutes of time. Again, there is a 30 seconds grace period on the upper side. Lastly, every evaluation is subjected to a time limit of 2 to 3 minutes. You see the green card at 2, yellow at 2.5, and red at 3 minutes of time. There is a 30 seconds grace period on either side. To make our communication clear, and free of filler words, we have the R counter played by Toastmaster Rama. Can we please spotlight Toastmaster Rama? Toastmaster Rama would note down the good usages, would note down the pauses, repetitions, sounds, and fumbles like ahs and ums, and filler words like you know, so, I mean, etc. used by speakers and role plays. Thank you, Toastmaster Rama. And lastly, we have Toastmaster Nimit Mittal, who would play the grammarian for the day to make our communication correct. He would note down the good usages of this beautiful English language and also let us know where could we improve by providing some not so good usages made by the speakers and role plays. He is also to introduce the word of the day, for which I would pass on the stage to him. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Madam General Evaluator. As a grammarian today, it's my job to note down all the good and the improper usages of English grammar. And like you said, it would be my duty to help you become better in grammar and note down all the good usages which we have made in this meeting and take it further and beyond this Toastmasters meeting as well. As part of that, I have also shared the word of the day, which is Advent, in sync with the meeting theme. Advent means it's a beginning of something, or we're about to start of something, or something which is arriving, any event or anything or any person in particular. It can be also used interchangeably with arrival, rise, development, etc. I have also shared a couple of usages in the chat box. Kindly refer to that, and please extensively use this word today on the advent of this new term, new Toastmasters term, new year, and this meeting. I would be acknowledging all the usages with a thumbs up like this or through virtually. Have a good day. Enjoy the meeting. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, my whole TAC team, and especially the grammarian, with the hope to learn more with the new beginnings and become more resilient with passing ups and downs. I would now hand over the stage back to the president, also Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Surjit.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Now, moving ahead, we have a section where this section only make us enable to get our educational goal. It's a prepared speech section. Every speech we give in the meeting make us a better version of ourselves. So speaker for today is distinguished Toastmaster Anant Katyani. He is delivering speech for level 5 for project 1 from Engaging Humor Path. But before I call him on stage, let me invite his evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Avijit, on stage to read the speech objective.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Surjit, Toastmaster of the day for today's meeting as Spearhead Toastmasters. I would be evaluating Toastmaster Anand's speech, who is delivering his level 5, project 1, from his path, Engaging Humor, which is deliver your message with humor. Now, to make everybody understand and to simplify things for everyone, this is basically going to be a humorous keynote speech, which Toastmaster Anand is going to deliver. The purpose of the project is for the member to practice delivering and developing, presenting a longer humorous speech. So let's have all the ha-has and the ho-hos for the 18 to 22 minutes that we are going to listen to Toastmaster Anand. Timer for your reference. At 18 minutes, the green card has to be shown. At 20 minutes, the yellow. And at 22 minutes, the red card. That's going to be the timing guidelines. All the very best to Toastmaster Anand, and over to you, Toastmaster Surjit.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Avijit, for reading the objective for the Anand speech. Now, let's welcome distinguished Toastmaster Anand. But before, let's check the audio video for Anand. Anand, can you speak a sentence?
Hi, Surjit. Congratulations on the advent of your new term.
Thank you, Anand. You are audible and visible. So with a huge round of applause, let's welcome Anand, first speaker, Anand, on stage. Over to you, Anand.
Thank you, Mr. President and fellow Indians. The title of my speech, it's an ode dedicated to the phenomenon called India. Yes, I'm going to talk about India today. Wait a second. How many of us are non-Indian sitting over here? I don't see a single name. So what new thing I'm going to talk to you about your own home country? Nothing new. So it will be rather comical, satirical, and maybe a critical take on who we are, what we do, and our identity as Indians. Are you ready to explore more about what makes India, India? Do I hear a yes? Do I hear thumbs up? Unmute for a second and let me hear a loud voice in a yes that only Indians can make?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
I'm not as proud Indian as I should have been. So let's, for the sake of our country, do it once more. On 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Yes.
Madam outgoing outgoing president and past area director. You break my heart as an Indian, but no point, no worries, don't worry. I think as Indians, we are adjusting, aren't we? We adjust, and that's what makes us truly unique in the whole world. I am going to talk about, well, first, I'm not going to talk about sex, politics, or religion, the favorite topics of all us Indians, because we are sitting in a Toastmasters meeting and Rupinder Singh won't appreciate it that much. He probably will censor my speech from the YouTube video. I don't want that. Censorship, one of the perks of being an Indian. If you are a stand-up comedian like Veer Das, there will be a section of people who will just go gaga about what you talk about your own country. There will be another section who will just burn your effigies. We are poles apart. We are present on either of the extremes, but we enjoy every single thing. Let me begin with asking about history of India, or rather Bharat, Aryavat, Hindustan, all the different names you know our country by. Do you know how old our country is? Which is the oldest tribe or section of people you remember are still present in India in their original form? Do you have a particular state, geography coming into your mind? Anyone? Take a guess.
Jaipur.
Ragini, you don't even try, please. Yes, Sandeep?
Jaipur.
How old?
Not remember exactly, but it's quite old, and it's also listed.
Quite old. 300-400 years old. The king Savai Jai Singh made Jaipur, and it is my home country, so I can vouch for the verification of the fact. UP, what places in UP you can think of as old as the prehistoric man? What places? Ayodhya, oh yes. We are borderline touching the territory of where we should not enter. So I will just take a U-turn from Ayodhya and I will ask further names of the cities. I think Richa Sharma gives the answer I was looking for. The Sentinelese tribes in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. They are the oldest tribes which are still present in their unique original form with almost zero contact from the outside world. They have not seen the time passing at the speed that the rest of us have seen. And the very fact that they are still a part of India and we hardly know about them, it's just baffling. There are times when we see people from North India in the places like Rajasthan, Bangalore, Hyderabad, or Delhi NCR, Gurgaon, and we simply wonder, hey, how different that person looks like. For us, it's a different person. I don't give that reaction watching Sunil or watching Surbhi or watching Surjit, all the Sus in the club. We don't give that much bewildered kind of look when we see them. Why? Why do Mongoloids, these faces of Northeast people, just make some of us be a little bit cautious, aware? Because believe it or not, people, and I'm sure you will not like it, we are the most racist people. We are. Oh, someone said this is supposed to be a humorous speech. You are making us feel awkward. That is intended. We are the most racist people or community in the whole world. You know why? We are exactly in the middle of the blacks and the whites. We are browns. We take things for granted. For us, we spark hue and cry when we visit a Caucasian country and we feel discriminated. Hey, you are making us feel unwelcome. We do the same when we visit an African country, for example. What do we do when a foreigner comes to the streets of Delhi? All the children in the neighborhood, all the dogs, all the cats, we run behind them. We follow them till they actually have to turn back and just ask some passerby, why are these children following me? Just because you have a different skin color. Nod your head if you have seen what I'm talking about. And no need to nod your head, but just ask in your heart, have you been part of that group of children? I have been. In my village, I have been, and I'm not proud of it. What makes Indians truly unique creatures on this globe? We are crazy about things which don't even matter to the outside world, or the most of the world. Cricket. How many countries actually play cricket on some serious skill level or scale? Hardly 8 to 10 countries. We call them test playing nations. Even USA is trying to put together a team. You will find all Indians, Pakistanis, Sri Lankans over there. So is the case with the UAEs or Saudi Arabias or African countries, Kenya, Zimbabwe's. Yeah, that's the case. So why do we Indians take to the things which are not probably a proud cultural heritage? We have made an entire movie which was nominated to Oscars about it, Lagan. Why cricket? Because it's called a colonial hangover. Yes, my friends, colonial hangover. The very people which ruled over us, we have adopted their things. We have internalized their things for the good or the bad. We are proud of them. We have made our own identity in, or rather, we have made it a matter of pride when we beat them at their own game. Case in point, the movie 83, the recent successful movie 83. We are, yes, proud of the achievement of Kapil Dev and his boys in 1983. Do we not have a new subject? Or we are just making biopics after biopics after biopics of all these people which have something to do with this British colonial regime? Mr. Udham Singh, his biopic, 83, another biopic. I'm sure there are a few more in pipeline. There was a time when someone launched Bhagat Singh biopic, and not one, 3 or 4 of them came together.
Okay.
Coincidence? I am not sure. There was one by Bobby Deol, there was one by Ajay Devgan, there was someone by a Punjabi singer turned actor. Why is this craze about Bollywood and cricket, especially in terms of a connection with Britain or the East India Company? It's a point of thought. I'm sure some of us agree, some of us probably don't agree with that. There is another thing that is our own unique venture, but there is again a Western influence peeping into that, creeping into that, and that is our own marriages or celebrations or functions. Just the couple of days back, we had all these forwarded Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. May the gleams of the earth. No, that's Diwali forward. Happy New Year forward is a different kind of format. So we had all these forwarded Happy New Year messages powering into our mobile phones. All that we were doing was, you forwarded it to me, I will forward you another one back. All this gung-ho, and while there was another section which were like, don't you dare wish me Happy New Year. My New Year comes in the month of Chaitra Shukla Pratipada. Yes, there is a section which says, no, don't wish us Western or Christian calendars. Wish us only when the Hindu calendar New Year arrives. My question to them was immediately in my neighborhood, why did you then celebrated your son's birthday then last month with a cake cutting? In which Hindu scripture it says cake cutting? Or a different friend which had all these, I am a Pandit, I'm a Brahmin. There were a different set of friends who are also Pandit Brahmins, and they were like, no, 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 against our culture. I just asked them, hey, were you not drunk in my brother's wedding function a couple of years back? I still have the videos of that. Which scripture or culture are you talking about? Point here is, yeah, it is an uncomfortable truth. This is though what makes us Indians Indians. We have a concept called face of the crowd. Does the crowd hold any liability, any accountability? We are a crowd culture. Yes, we are a proud culture, but we are also a crowd culture. Everything, if it is being done in a crowd, oh, we feel comfortable. Do you remember when in your childhood teacher asked you to go outside the class and raise your hand and keep standing for a few hours? It felt bad when you were alone. It felt really nice, entertaining when you had a crowd along with you. Wasn't it the case? I can see a few faces. I would appreciate a few reactions, a thumbs up, maybe a smiley. If some of you were from that lot which stood outside the class, I call these people outstanding people. PJ, huh? Yeah, outstanding people. We are standing outside. I was a part of that. I remember the education system crippled me, my confidence in my school days so much that while achieving highest marks in all the class, in all the class tests, half yearlies, yearlies, I was constantly ridiculed by my teachers for not doing the homework. I was just lazy. I liked to read newspapers, comic books. I just spent my time playing cricket. I hardly needed to write something to remember it. I was very good at ratifying things. I could recite 3 pages from Sanjeev passbooks or Neil Kamal passbooks. 3 pages without a word being misplaced. That was my superpower in my school days. Then why did they make me write things on paper? I don't know. But to tell you the truth, it's a haunted memory. I was in 7th class. My class teacher, on not doing the homework repeatedly, put me in UKG class. There is another level between the first class and LKG, upper kindergarten. Lower kindergarten, upper kindergarten, and then first, second, third. I was already 8 standards above. My teacher made me sit in that class and do the homework. I had a wound, a puncture in my heart because of that till this date. What purpose did that exercise solve? The teachers who were supposed to be learned, they didn't question this practice, and they rather dumped it on us. Don't question. This culture of don't question, just follow what is told to you. That is a defining trait of our Indian education system. Many of us are a byproduct of that. We are excellent when it comes to science, math, biology. You go to United States, one of the most advanced countries, developed countries on the world, only in terms of per capita income. These days, common sense is not so common over there. But you go to that country and you see how many people working in NASA, considered to be one of the best institutions to work on this planet. How many people are in the healthcare system working over there, which are from Indian origin? How many spell bee champions are Indians? And how many maths and science and chess Olympiad are from India? Indians are everywhere. But while in the US, their excellence, their innovation, their genius is celebrated and considered that these people will change the world, will become entrepreneurs, will bring new ideas to change the condition of life of humanity. In India, you go to IIT, if at all possible, go to IIM also. And then if it suits you, earn $1 million. And then if you are over ambitious, just become a mediocre writer. Rajkumar Hirani will make a movie on your novel. It will be 5 point some average. And that's the maximum innovation allowed to you. Otherwise, if it is in your caliber, go for UPSC, become an IAS. Again, become a part of the system where you are supposed to be a servant rather than an innovator. Do you remember the colonial hangover? 150 years ago, that was the best possible job profile an Indian could have, working as a bureaucrat for the British, Her Highness, the Royal Majesty, and her government. Yeah, we are still stuck with that mindset. An entrepreneur who leaves his or her job, you know, what is the worst thing that happens to that entrepreneur? Imagine tomorrow Surjit starts a business and he brings a new product. The very first people around him, his family members, extended family members and friends, rather than buying his things, they will ask for freebies or discounts. Yes, we are Indians. We are Indians. We love the word free, don't we? In India, if you really want to understand how much is the word free just makes people go crazy, you conduct an experiment on in a super mall. You go to a supermarket, put two exactly identical items with two different labels. 20 rupees discount, on top of that 10% more discount. And you put another label on different item saying 30% straight discount. Which one do you think people will go for? Don't do maths, Ragini. Not your cup of tea. Okay, Surbhi, which one would you go for? 30% straight discount or 20% discount and 10% more?
30% straight.
You are one of the smart ones. I have literally seen my family members, some of the ladies, go for 2 discount labels, more discount. They are not looking at the numbers. The more colorful labels, more number of free put on that. So in India, we don't, despite all the science and tech and advance, you know, the IQ level of average Indians, it all goes dumbing down with these words: free, discounts, or do you know which one is okay, which entrepreneur is your friend? We are like that. We are a proud culture and we are a crowd culture and we love freebies. Having said and done all that, we are a culture which is a chaos personified. There are so many things in India which should not have been working. It should have been a failed state. Somehow, miraculously, magically, we make it work. Have you ever traveled in Mumbai local? You don't have any liberty to take your arms out. The maximum you can do is put your wallet in your front pocket, put your hand inside the pockets, put your bag in front of you. If you want to enter, close your eyes, go with the flow. Crowd will take you in. If you want to come out, just turn your head, crowd will bring you out. We are a crowd culture. We are an adjustable crowd culture. We are a phenomenon called India. My dear friends, if you have ever been to a marriage, a wedding, what happens in a wedding? You have seen so many parts, so many moving parts in a wedding. Remember? How many of you have seen, can you please remove the color screen? I have seen the green card, thank you. So many of functions, they keep happening in parallel. I am about to organize my sister's wedding function, courtesy the Omicron virus, if it allows, in the month of Feb. There are so many different things people or the items we have to deal with. Eventually, all of them just sync up. It's nothing short of a rocket science. It's nothing short of what probably NASA is doing, and another set of Indians are working over there. It's just like launching a space shuttle. Till the point of Vidai, or the marriage finally concluding, the bride side, they're constantly in the flux. What if this goes wrong? What if that goes wrong? And despite doing all the best possible preparation, you know what some of the guests have in their comments? Gulab jamun was a little tight. Coffee was a little cold. We don't appreciate that much. We don't appreciate that much. Sad but true. We are a phenomenal called India. My dear friends, however, with all the critiques, with all the funny quirkiness of us Indians, we are a culture which is proud of its heritage. While all the world is going in cryptos, they're burning their hard-earned money in investment bubbles, our Indian housewives, they are having their roots firmly in their own comfort zone. My grandmother at the time of demonetization, with all these 10, 20, 30 rupees stashed inside this sari or that jar of cookies, it eventually turned out to be 92,500 rupees. It turned out that much. Tells you what a phenomenon we are as Indians. With all the advancements of science and technology and God knows maths and what else, we are a culture which is richly based on common sense. Even our superstitions, half of them, they have their roots based in something or the other related to a common sense ritual. I explore all of you to find out more about us, our India, our country, and do your best to dispel some myths, to bring a wave of change with some unscientific practices around among us, bring a positive change to some of the mindsets around us, but do cherish, do celebrate what makes us, a phenomenon called India. Over to you, Surjit.
Thank you, Anand, for such a wonderful and humorous speech, especially the discount one gets from the shopkeeper. Now, let's observe 1 minute of silence to write the feedback for Anand.
We Indians are shy of giving feedback, it seems.
Thank you, timer. Now, moving ahead with our theme. Now, there were a lot of things that happened in 2021, and or not all bad things happened, but some good things also happened in 2021, like charting of our beloved club, Spearhead Toastmaster Club. This club was chartered on 5th of June 2021. So first president of this club was very cool leader, very enthusiastic, very humble, and always ready to help others. She was very charming and helping in nature, and she helped me many times in need. So she was first president, and she is Ragini Rajpal. So BP Education was someone who was very enthusiastic and dynamic leader. She is Hina Verma. So BP membership was someone who is area director and very cool, very enthusiastic and dynamic leader, Toastmaster Bishakha Sharma. BP relationship was someone who is mentor of mentors, a very enthusiastic, dynamic leader, and always shows the right path at when we need his help most. He is none other than distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh. Secretary of the club was me, Surjit Lakhnotra. So treasurer was someone who is dynamic leader, a mentor, a very enthusiastic leader, always ready to lead things and ready to help others. He is none other than our Nimit Mittal. Sergeant at Arm was dynamic leader, a enthusiastic leader. She is Paramita De. This EC under the leadership of President Ragini Rajpal did a marvelous job. When Spearhead was chartered, then EC duty was very crucial. They had to make the club stable along with achieving various goals. Under the leadership of Toastmaster Ragini and effort of our PR team, membership team, education team, and all the members of the EC, we have covered half of our journey towards getting presidential distinction. Hats off to the whole past EC. Now move on to our next section. So every speech we give on stage opens a gate of new learning and experience to fight the stage fear. Same is with speech given instantly. We are now in a section where table topic master call people on stage one by one and give a topic on which the speaker has to speak instantly. To conduct this section, we have a leader who is current Vice President Education, Surbhi Mittal. Let's welcome our table topic master on stage. Over to you, Surbhi.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Surjit. And before starting with this table topic section, I would like to extend my gratitude and love to Spearhead Toastmasters and a very happy new year to everyone. And I hope you all are celebrating it with a lot of exuberance and with your beloved family members. So with this, I would like to start with the table topics section, and the agenda of the table topics is to challenge your speaking and thinking skills on the go. So with this, I would like to start with this New Year special table topic section. And as you all can guess, all the topics would be around this special occasion. So let me welcome my first table topic speaker. So I would like to have an experienced one on the stage. So Toastmaster Nimit, can I have you please?
Sure, table topics master, you have me here. Yeah.
So Nimit, as New Year resolutions are always meant to be broken. And as we all make some New Year resolutions, then we take them forward for like at least 10-20 days, and then we all know what happens. So your topic is, I hate taking New Year resolutions because I hate taking New Year resolutions because Toastmaster Nimit.
Thank you, Table Topics Master. Yes, I hate taking New Year resolutions because for me, resolutions can be taken anytime in the year. Why to take it on January 1st itself? January 1st, friends, is just a date, isn't it? New year, new me, all that kind of stuff. We are celebrating into the new year, partying hard at night until 4 a.m., probably sleeping until 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. of the following day, and then deciding, okay, I have to go and hit the gym. Okay, I have to wake up early, study harder. Friends, resolutions would definitely break if you are going to take on such an emotional basis and just for the sake of it. Why don't you think in a way that, yes, it may be 2nd January today, not 1st, or it could be 31st of December as well. What is stopping you taking resolutions today? I don't take New Year resolutions, but though I talk with myself, I think that what I have to do next, where am I going, where I have to go, what is the difference, and how do I have to curtail that? So my new year starts today. If not today, my new year starts tomorrow or day after. But then make sure that whatever resolutions you take is just not for the sake of the new year. It is because you have to be a better you. And how you going to achieve that? By having a 21-day habit. Don't make a resolution for the entire year. I challenge you to make a resolution for 21 days, and that's it. On the 22nd day, you will not be able to break it yourself. Accept that challenge and see you on the 22nd day. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nimit, for bringing the idea this year to make every day as a New Year's Day. And I myself could not control my laughter when I could hear you saying that we celebrate the New Year's night till 2 a.m. and then get up in the evening and think then now it's the time to challenge ourselves, which actually happened with me as well. And I hope this year turns out something different and we all can bring out the new in ourselves, maybe the better version of what we already are. And with this, as today we have a lot of guests, I would like to invite Toastmaster Khushbu on the stage to take the next topic. Yes, so Toastmaster Khushbu, as 2021 has not been too good and also not too bad for all of us. So my table topic for you is learnings from 2021. Learnings from 2021, Toastmaster Khushbu.
Learnings come from two sources. One is paid or unpaid courses. Paid courses which you enroll for, which you opt for, which you want to master your skills, and unpaid courses which are in abundance post-COVID everywhere. Yes, we learn from paid courses also and unpaid courses also. But do you know, true learning comes from the rigid and the most challenging phases of life. And 2021 has been one such phase where it was so challenging for me that I was literally juggling roles. At one hand, I was working for Toastmasters, attending meetings, and polishing my public speaking skills. At another hand, I was setting up my company. I was attending my management course from IIM Ahmedabad, and then I was working at the same time. Having said that, I had one more role to execute, that was the job of a mother and a homemaker and a wife and a friend and so many other roles. 2021 was a complete juggler for me, and every challenge and every situation that the life threw me, I learned a skill. I learned to trust yourself, to trust the world. So, learnings, my dear friends, come from challenges, because over there we execute learnings while facing the challenge, while doing it, while overcoming it. So, if you have a challenge in your life, don't think that it's going to mess up your life. Think that it's going to give you learnings which are going to help you to elevate yourself to the next level always. Over to you, Madam Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Khushbu, for inspiring me and everyone here to put our feet in different shoes and trying things that can challenge us this year. Now, I would like to invite my other guest, Toastmaster Sunil, on the stage to take the next table topic.
Sure. Thank you, Survi.
So, as brought out by Toastmaster Nimit, that we should take every day as a new challenge this year. So, my table topic for you is every day is a New Year's Day for me. Every day is a New Year's Day for me, Toastmaster Sunil.
Sure. Yes, you rightly said every day is a new day for us. So I as a person honestly believe that we are living in a different, era after pandemic. Now it's kind of digital world. So we have to learn daily what is happening in terms of new technology. You know, uh, everyone is trying to be efficient. Most of the organizations are trying to shift in order to make themselves better in terms of technology and new innovation. So I, as a person, honestly believe to learn on a daily basis. In a couple of days, in last few months, I also tried to improve my skill in order to make sure that I'm relevant to business and the competition. So I got to know that a lot of new technology are emerging towards automations, towards operation excellence. These are the key qualities of leadership also. I learned robotic process automation last few months. I also learned some power business intelligence tool by which we can automate a lot of dashboard, a lot of reports. So learning is no not a destination. It's a journey. We have to learn on a daily basis so that we can make ourselves better. We can also make sure that we are relevant to competitions in the coming days, in the coming future, because every day world is changing. Every day, everyone competition is getting harder. So if we so ideally we should not wait for good time, maybe Christmas, maybe New Year, so that we can think and learn a lot of opportunity here. But yes, every day is a great day to learn and excel ourselves to next level. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sunil, for sharing that every day is a stepping stone for inventing something new. And with this, I would like to bring our next guest for as my speaker. So I would like to invite Toastmaster Sarika on the stage, please. Toastmaster Sarika. She's not in the meeting. So I would like to invite Toastmaster Sumita on the stage. Toastmaster Sumita, can you hear me? Okay, I would like to invite Toastmaster Puranjay to take the next table topic.
Hello, I'm audible.
Yes. So Toastmaster Puranjay, as there are some things that we look up to, there is some legacy that we basically support. There are things we want to keep having in our life every day, every year. So my table topic for you is one New Year resolution that you would like to take every year. One New Year resolution that you would like to take every year. Toastmaster Puranjay.
So, talking about the New Year resolutions, there are many things that I want to take part as, like to take confront, like I want to do these things on the daily basis. There are many things that when we try to set new goals. So firstly, when we try to set new goals, we have to come out of our comfort zone, and when we try to came out of our comfort zone, we have to make our mindset so that the first thing in the morning we think that we could achieve this goal in this particular amount of time. So there are many things which I can be think of that I can be advent on daily basis. Like there is a skill where, like I'm doing engineering, so there is a skill where I have to do a daily basis problems. So this is the skill where I have to do like difficult problems on the daily basis. So this mindset helped me to came out of my comfort zone and helped me to achieve my goals and to be a better part of me. And so these goals are goals should help me enriching my career, health, and social life as well. And these type of goals also help me to achieve a mindset where I'm not too lazy, and help me to achieve the goals for this new year. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prananjay, for sharing your engineering experiences and also sharing the way you overcome it. And with this, I would like to invite my next speaker and get him or her talk about the next New Year's table topic. So Toastmaster Sandeep, can I have you on the stage, please?
Hello, I'm audible.
Yes. So Toastmaster Sandeep, as there are always things that we want to overcome. We all have our insecurities, we all have our fears, and every day, every year challenge us to overcome them and to become a better version of ourselves. So my table topic for you is, what are the things that you would like to stop doing in 2022? What are the things that you would stop doing in the year 2022, Toastmaster Sandeep?
Okay, so for me, actually, whenever we are planning something in maybe doing the resolution in the every first Jan, maybe on the different days we are planning, we will do this kind of thing. But when we are started doing this kind of when we are going on the implementation phase, then we are stopped doing this. We are giving some excuses. If this will happen, then we can complete this. But this is the thing. That's why we didn't completed this kind of the work. So according to me, this is the most important thing for everyone and for me also, to whatever the resolution or whatever they thought we can complete in upcoming days or upcoming month. If we can complete it with the going on the some process, so it's a very good thing. So that's all from my side.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sandeep, and I hope you definitely overcome whatever you actually want to. And If I talk about myself, I would definitely want me to stop procrastinating and focus on the things that are actually very, very important to me. And with this, I would like to invite Toastmaster Rama to take the next table topic. Toastmaster Rama, can I have you, please?
Yes.
Yeah, so Toastmaster Rama, you have already enlightened us with your beautiful smile. So for you, my table topic is, what new would you like to do this new year? What new would you like to do this new year, Toastmaster Rama?
Thank you so much, Surbhi, for giving me this topic. So, actually, I always try to overcome my weakness. So, this time also, I would like to be a better version of mine. And this year, I would like to sincerely work on those areas. And one of them is my public speaking. That's why I joined Toastmasters. So I would like to work upon my communication skills and public speaking sincerely. So I improved a lot, but I really want to improve so I can do better in my career. And it is very important to, if you are working somewhere, or if you want to communicate with anyone, it is very important to have better communication skills, as per my opinion. I think you all must be agree with me, because we all are here to improve ourselves. And yeah, for that I would like to work on it sincerely. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rama. And I hope that you will overcome your public speaking. And I would love to see you in the next meetings of our club by taking more roles and being with us as you already are. And with this, I would like to invite my last speaker, Toastmaster Marutesh, on stage. Can I have you, please? So Toastmaster Marutesh, as we all are talking about, yes, you are audible. So as we all are talking about New Year resolutions and how we need to take resolution anytime, any day we want to, I would like to ask you that any New Year resolution that you might have taken previously and it worked out for you. Any New Year resolution that made a difference in your life. Any New Year resolution that made a difference in your life, Toastmaster Marutesh.
Thank you, Tabletop Master. Really, it was a very nice question. Yeah, we will always, every people will think that this year I want to achieve this year, next year I want to achieve this. But most of the people will say, but they will not take them in a practice. Even in my life also, I had so much of this type of things. I used to think like that. In this year I want to complete this, in this year I want to be like this, like that. I used to think most of the time. But I remember that last 2 years back, I thought to write a book on in 2020, I think 2019, I think 2019. I thought that I want to write a book, and I took 1 year, 2 months extra, and every day I used to work on that book for 1 hour, and finally I have completed that book. Even that book is available. Its name is called The Art of Reinventing You. It's available in the Amazon. That is my revolution which I have completed. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Marutesh, for sharing that you actually turned out a New Year resolution to a much more productive thing. And that is a book that is already published on Amazon as well. And with this, I think we all can give ourselves some promises, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, but make a pact to ourselves that we will and we are going to achieve it. And with this, it was wonderful being the table topic masters for this New Year celebration. And I would like to now hand over the stage back to the very delightful Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Surjit. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster, Table Topic Master Surbhi, for organizing such a wonderful table topic section. Now it's time to bring back our general evaluator, who has been idly waiting for listening to all of us and share her valuable feedback. What is just about our actions and provide feedback to give direction to our future action. Over to you, General Evaluator Ragi.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day. With this, we land to the most important segment, that is evaluations. I will state my detailed evaluation for all the role players towards the end of this section. Now, I would deeply urge all the members who have spoken already, as well who did not get a chance to speak, to listen and wait for every evaluation stated by evaluators, because the evaluation may be directed to the respective speaker directly, but indirectly it will help you all by providing a new perspective which you all can utilize or play around the next time you speak. To spearhead the process, I will start with my speech evaluator. With all due respect, I'd like to invite my first and the only evaluator, a very motivated Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster, Abhijit Roy.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and Toastmaster Anand. A phenomenon called India, and not just me, I guess most of you sitting here probably would have been expecting something coming the way in the speech. But Anand, I would say as a speaker, to bring in the humor element into an informative speech titled The Phenomenon Called India, it takes a bit of a courage to do so. During the entire span of time, which was 18 to 22 minutes, I was all ears, because when you listen to a keynote speech, especially when it has to be humorous, it just not takes a difficult stance on the minds of the audience, but also to ensure from the speaker's perspective to create an impact. Toastmaster Anand, what really mesmerized in your entire speech duration was a few things, which I would say. A relatable subject, which you brought in and reiterated the fact of different examples. For example, how exactly you did it. You brought in two human beings, 2 to 3 human beings present in the meeting. Sunil, Surjit, and you said all the Sus. That was one sprinkle of humor. Then you talked about the foreigners in the streets of Delhi, how children run to them asking for dollars. That is also one element of that. You talked about the biopics, you talked about the Indian marital protologies, which is being celebrated. Then the education system, the discount was the cherry on the cake, the discount part. And then finally, the Mumbai locals. So every bit of your speech with respect to your speech title was somewhere relatable. And most importantly, it had bits and pieces of humor content in it. Not necessarily that the entire speech has to be humorous, because after all, it's a keynote speech. Second important thing, when you start off, you draw audience attention through the way of a question. That was one element which was also found to be good. Now, there are areas, Anand, not just you as a speaker, but in public speaking, we as individuals at large can improve on. And here are something which I would like to suggest. One thing which I could suggest in the form of a keynote speech, the speech duration was too long, to keep the audience sitting hooked to listen to your speech from the start till the end. I could suggest that whenever you do it next time, you can ask some open-ended questions rather than rhetorical questions. The reason why I'm saying this is because in a keynote speech, it is always better to keep the audience engaged through the way of asking open questions and let the audience take a bit of time to answer them. That way, the duration of your entire keynote speech is minimized. You are able to entertain, you're able to keep the audience hooked and listen to your speech from start till the end, and also the impact is made. That is one very, otherwise as a speaker, I would say, Anand, a great speech to hear, relatable one. It has sprinkles of humor in it as well. As we say, a keynote speech in entirety does not necessarily have to have a full speech completely filled with humor. So your project objectives are rightfully captured, and I wish you all the very best, Anand, in the future speeches. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Abhijit, for that detailed evaluation. I would now quickly evaluate the table topic speakers and then move on to my tag team. Starting with speaker 1, Nimit. Nimit, you began with a firm opinion. I appreciate the well-rounded content, stating your case on point with supporting reasons. You added a spark of inspiration in your speech, and as an audience, I was sold by your opinion. And I'm sure others resonate with me as well. On a personal note, I will try the 21 days theory. Speaker 2 was Khushbu. Khushbu, I always appreciate the quirky openings, which was evidenced in your table topic speech. Cherry on the top was your expressions going hand in hand with your voice modulations. You put your ideas very aptly with the perfect takeaway as your conclusion. I was really thrilled to hear you. Speaker 3 was Sunil. Sunil, your good usage was the use of personal example, which is always relatable and honest, and the audience is able to relate to you and your speech. So very well structured. That way you had an opening, body, and a conclusion. Kudos to the well-rounded, or I should say, versatility of your speech. And there's one tip which I would give to the audience. Not always will you have the topic of your choice or have a relatable example. In cases like this, talk about generic features of the topic, and that's how you can build on the content. Speaker 4 was Puranjay. Puranjay, your delivery was signposted well. I could sense a speaker talking about a profound perspective. Your content made absolute sense. You included examples. Just one small recommendation would be that you work on the structure. Like I felt the second example should have preceded the first. So a little work here and there and you'll ace it. Speaker 5 was Sandeep. Sandeep, you came up with great enthusiasm. That was really some quick thinking on your part, and you came up with a wonderful idea in a such short time, which was highly appreciable. Speaker 6 was Rama. Oh my goodness, what a steep improvement. I don't know if the table topic master already disclosed the topic to you before the meeting. Did you? Okay, I was kidding. Yeah. Let me mention to you, Rama, that your content and delivery was really progressive. I really loved the takeaway messages which you put in. So keep up the high spirit. Speaker 7 was Marutesh. I am happy that you took the courage to participate. I just saw one raise of hand and that was you. So a huge round of applause for that. I like the deep thinking on the topic from your side, your experience of reading the book and sharing its learnings. I was intrigued to hear your words as well. With this, I would now move on to our tag reports, and I would like to call upon our grammarian, Toastmaster Nimit, to present his report.
Thank you very much, Madam General Evaluator. Yes, I am ready with my grammarian's report. And as a grammarian today, it was pleasure playing the role today because I personally learned quite a few new words and phrases. So I noted down a few, and they would go like this. The presiding officer and the general evaluator today, Ragini, used many of them. I just noted a select few, like pass the baton, deeply urge, spearhead the process, quirky, signposted. The usages were impeccable and I really liked them. The Toastmaster today, Toastmaster Surjit, used a couple of alliterations, I must say, many mixed memories, and anytime, anywhere, any meeting. Apart from that, he also used a couple of more good phrases like open the door, and he was very good on the day today. The speech evaluator today used a few good words like all ears and mesmerized. And the speaker for the day, the prepared speaker for the day, used a plethora of good usages as he always does, like burn effigies, pulls apart, go gaga, baffling, hue and cry. Hue and cry, friends, means having a strong public protest against something. And then he also used wave of change. Sunil, the table topic speaker, used relevant and learning is not a destination, it's a journey. Having said that, there were a few improper usages as well, and you can all make a note of it to improve that in further meetings, like a ode should be an ode, cautious aware should be cautious and aware, marriage finally concluding. Marriage, the event is not marriage per se, marriage is basically the married life. However, the event is called wedding, so it should have been wedding finally concluding. Threw me should be threw at me, came out of should be come out of, you overcome it, you ever overcame it, in the Amazon should be on Amazon. There were only a couple of word of the day usages to my disappointment, one by Anant and one by Puranjay. However, I still encourage you all to use the word of the day Advent on this advent of new year, new term, and in being the newer version of yourself. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nimit, for that grammarian's report. Next, I would like to welcome our counter, Toastmaster Rama, to please present her report.
Thank you so much, presiding officer. Now I would like to share my screen. Please give me the share rights.
You have it.
Yeah,
Nice.
thank you. So as an art counter, my role was to keep a track on your R's, arms, pauses, pillars and crutches. So first of all, I would like to congratulate those who spoke flawlessly, including Rupinder, Ragini, Anant, Surbhi, Abhijit, Nimit, Khushbu, Sunil, and Marutesh. And I would like to congratulate Surjit. Now he improved a lot and stopped using R's, and he reduced the number of R's in this meeting. Many congratulations. And most popular filler word was "a" only, and it was used for 43 times. So request everyone to work on their R's, including me. Thank you so much. Over to presiding officer.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rama, for that report. Next, I would like to invite our timer of the day, Toastmaster Pallavi.
Thank you, Ragini. I will also share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Not yet.
Okay, so this is my report. Anant, for the prepared speech, he have took 23 minutes, 12 seconds. And for the table topic, Nimit Nimit took 2 minutes, 27 seconds. Khushbu took 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Sunil took 1 minute, 49 seconds. Punanjay took 1 minute 48 seconds, and Sandeep took 1 minute 5 seconds, and Rama took 1 minute 51 seconds. So everybody is qualified for in the table topic. And yes, I'm sorry, I missed Mratush. He took 1 minute 34 seconds. And evaluator Abhijit have took 3 minutes 39 seconds, and Ragini took 3 minutes to present her evaluation report. Thank you so much. That's from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pallavi. Now, talking about fiascos and successes, my evaluation for the meeting and remaining role plays will follow a sequential order. First, Sanjana Tams, played by distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh. Sanjana Tams set the ball rolling by starting the meeting right on time as usual. Club mission statement and ground rules were properly read and smartly directed by the Sanjana Tams. Toastmaster of the day and our new president, Toastmaster Surjit. Theme of the day, New Beginnings, was a well-chosen, strong theme for an opening meeting of 2022. Your words touched our hearts, and faith inspired us to perform to our best abilities. I'd commend you for keeping a hold of time and divide evenly between the various segments, even though we had installation ceremony and a lot of things to absorb today. Table Topics Master, Toastmaster Surbi, also my mentee. Table topic section was properly explained. Table topics were generic, appropriate, and interesting. I like the way you reiterated the section for the benefit of guests, and +1 for your encouraging words after each speech. Speech evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Abhijit. Speech objectives were properly read out. Your commendations and recommendations were very detailed and meaningful. Your tone was thoroughly positive and encouraging. So kudos to you and thank you very much for taking this up for us today. A huge round of applause for my favorite tag team. I absolutely loved the way you all presented the reports proactively. I'm always very proud of the tag team while playing the general evaluator because you all add so much value to this role. Timer, Toastmaster Pallavi, role was well explained and times were properly read out. Timer cards were shown appropriately, just a very small recommendation. While showing green, yellow cards, we can put it up for a few seconds and then maybe stop the screen share. And the red card, of course, we make it a prolonged screen share till the speaker stops speaking. Counter Toastmaster Rama, report was detailed. You always set an encouraging tone and which was set today as well. Toastmaster Nimit as grammarian, appreciate the way you presented a precise report without any screen share or aid. Very apt example set by you today, and it was very influential. So I always say that when you take the spotlight and present a report, nothing like it. So kudos to that. Overall, the meeting was conducted very smoothly. It was definitely a bash on an opening meeting. Speeches did not feature any offensive language. And a question to the audience, how does it feel to speak to black screens? Do you understand if the other person is hearing or can see us? I am sure it is not fulfilling, right? So, and by now, if comfortable, I request and encourage all of you to switch on your videos so that we can also look at each other's beautiful smiles and take a group photograph. Thank you everyone. Waiting for Khushbu and Marutesh. Okay, any emoticon or any symbol and then I'll click. Smiles. Perfect. Thank you everyone. With this, I hand over the stage back to the Toastmaster of the day, Surjit.
Thank you, Ragini, and General Evaluator for organizing such a wonderful session, evaluation section. Now, before concluding this session, I would like to invite Ragini Rajpal, immediate past president, to share her experience and tips if she has any for taking this club forward.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, for inviting me back. And of course, so as I always say that this is not a one-person effort which is put in to run a club or to work for people. It is always a team work. So without team, you are nothing. And with team, you are everything. So that is one and very important tip from me to a new president, that you have to work in a team. And you should not think about a president has a specific responsibility. I can't fill in their shoes because I am the sergeant at arms, or vice versa. You merely have different roles, but responsibilities for everyone is shared and worked in a team, and that is how you'll succeed. So yes, that has been a great experience and learning for me in the past tenure, and wish you all the very best to the new EC. And I hope to see new learnings and innovations by you. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Ragini. No, it's the duty of the current EC to take care of the legacy left by the previous EC by adding more achievement to this. Now, I am fully confident that with combined effort from Spearhead members and EC, Spearhead will able to achieve many new heights this year. And this will be the team effort. So it's the new beginning of our effort, learning, patience, and expectations. And I am confident that our consistent of efforts Spearhead will touch new heights. So it's pleasure to be your Toastmaster of the day today. And with this, I hand over the stage back to our presiding officer, who did a commendable job as a G also. Over to you.
Towards the end of the meeting, and here I would like to invite guests to share their feedback and stage to hear them. Okay, before that, let us cast our votes for the best auxiliary role players. Thank you. Next, do we have other polls ready as well? Okay, so here is the poll for best table topics speaker. Thank you. Next, we would have the poll for best role player. Thank you very much, Techmaster. We had only one speaker, so I think all the polls have been done now, right? Okay, so I move on with the feedback session. I would like to invite my guest, Abhijit Roy, who also played the evaluator's role today. Please could we add him to the spotlight?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ragini, for welcoming me to your meeting. It has been in 2021 that a number of times I have been somehow trying to sneak into your club meeting, but due to some commitments, probably was not able to take in any role. But look at 2022. It brought me an opportunity to come down to your meeting and, of course, and evaluate Toastmaster Anand's speech. I thoroughly enjoyed your meeting today and looking forward for more such participation in your club meetings. Great meeting to be in. Truly honored to be part, and good luck for your future meetings. Thanks for having me. Toastmaster Ragini, over to you.
Thank you so much, Abhijit, and we thoroughly enjoyed your presence as well. Next, I invite on stage Marutesh. Can we please have your feedback?
Thank you, Presiding Officer. Really, it was a I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible. Please continue.
Yeah, thank you, Presiding Officer. Really, it was a very great session and also very nice topics which we have answered to that. Really, and also Abhijit also a very good evaluator. Really, I learned a lot in this meeting. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Marutesh. Very nice to have you with us today. Next, I invite on stage Padma sir, who I see now and is very happy to see him.
I joined very late. I essentially joined in to wish all dear friends a very, very happy new year. And I said today, Sunday, 2nd of January, a nice occasion to meet with all of you. So whatever little I saw of the meeting, by then Ragini was already giving the table topics evaluations. But what I heard was indicative of a high quality meeting. And I'm saying this because I found a number of the role players and speakers had used absolutely no filler words at all. It was a record for the zero count of filler words by the speakers and role players, which is truly an indication of the great meeting that you people had. So thank you so much for this, and I truly enjoyed whatever little I heard.
Thank you, Padma sir. Your feedback always adds value to our meeting. Please keep coming to our meeting.
Sure.
Next, we have Khushbu Chokhani with us. Please, can I have Khushbu's feedback?
I'm so glad that winter holidays has started, so there is time to attend Toastmasters meeting, and I really enjoyed the meeting and loved the R-Counter report because of the presentation and the Excel format. I thoroughly enjoyed Ramaji, your R-Counter report, and thoroughly enjoyed Anand's speech more because of the lovely usages of the words that he used. And I was just asking my mentor, can I use these 3 words in my speech, which are going to be super abusive, but can I use it? So Anand gave me the courage to go ahead, even if my mentor, I don't know what my mentor is going to say, but still, he has given me the courage. And I loved Abhijit's evaluation. Great to learn from that evaluation report. So overall, it was a great meeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Khushbu. Wonderful feedback. Thank you so much. Next, we have with us Sunil Kumar. Please, can we have your feedback?
Sure. So I, as a person, honestly believe measurement is the key. So if we want to improve anything, the measurement is the essential role which we played. And the best part, which I have observed and seen, that we are measuring everything, all the aspects when any speaker speaks, right? That is the best part, which I personally feel. And it was an incredible experience for me. I was looking for since a long time for such a Toastmaster where I can, be the part of and learn something. And I guess that is accomplished. And I'm, privileged to be the part of that Toastmaster team. Thank you so much.
We are privileged to have you, Sunil, on board with us. Thank you so much. Next, we have Sandeep Kumar. with us. Can we have your feedback, please?
Hello, I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
First of all, I like to say Happy New Year to everyone. And I'm quite lazy, and I joined Toastmaster team a lot of 3 year ago in the GG6 TCS, and I visited this team also with the I mean the 2 year or 3 year ago in the near the Sahara Mall, but hardly get chance to link with this. But thank you for giving this invitation to join this meeting, and it's a very wonderful experience for today. I like all those every single task whatever you guys done, and also Ananda speak is really good. I love this speaking style, and whatever they delivered, it's really very great. And thank you so much for giving this chance to attend this meeting. That's all.
Thank you so much, Sandeep, for giving us the opportunity to have you here with us. And we hope that you will attend our further meetings as well. Also, we have the VPPR shared the PR link over the chat box. Let us all stay connected and be updated about all our upcoming events. Just a click away and you will be with us always. Next, we have Saurav Mishra. So Saurav, were you able, so I think Saurav has joined a little late, but I would still like to invite him and hear from him. Saurav, can you hear us?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, ma'am, the meeting was really awesome, and I would, ma'am, I quite late today, but ma'am, ma'am, actually, I have some work at my home, so I was some late.
No worries, Saurav. We will be delightful to have you in our next meeting.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Saurav. Okay, I think our guest feedback is done. Yes, so we've completed all our guests. Thank you so much for having us, and thank you so much for giving us an opportunity to serve you. With this, I declare the meeting as closed. Thank you. Okay, before that, I also have to pass on the certificates and announce the winners. So I think for that, I'll pass on the stage to Nimit. Can you do that for us? Maybe just announce the winners and we'll share the certificates later.
Thank you for that opportunity, Toastmaster Ragini. So I would like to, can we have silence in the room, please, so that we can celebrate the winning of the role players. Thank you. So first award is for the best auxiliary role player. That was among the timer, our counter in Grammarian, which was yours truly. And I must say that I would be very honest with you all to announce that the Grammarian Nimit won on the day. Having said that, I would also congratulate Toastmaster Toastmaster Rama for that exceptional report and such a progress made over the last few weeks. So congratulations to you as well, Toastmaster Rama. Next, we move on to the best table topic speaker. We had quite a few good table topic speeches today, both by guests and Toastmasters alike. And it is my pleasure to announce that Toastmaster Khushbu was brilliant on the day and winning maximum votes. And she is the best table topic speaker. And last but not the least, the best role player. I mean, that's a major role players. So we had 3 today, the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Surjit, the general evaluator, Toastmaster Ragini, and Topics Master Surbhi. All were very good on the day, and all got their fair share of votes, but Ragini just surpassed by a whisker. So congratulations, Ragini, on winning the Best Role Player Award today. That concludes the ceremony, the award ceremony, and congratulations to all the winners, and congratulations to all the role players today for making this meeting a very successful one. Back to you, Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Nimit. Congratulations to all the role players and the winners. We will share the certificates shortly through email. And with this, now I declare the meeting closed. Thank you. We can now stop the recording.